Alright, hello and welcome to my tutorial on how to make a car. I went through the engineering because I'm not that good of an engineer, and it's like not the purpose of this video. So I'm just going to talk about a few things. Yeah, I'm just going to talk about a few things and try to keep it within 15 minutes. So one thing that I start first with, I color the car in a matte color made out of cloth, just to make it, or no, soft top, and just to make it, it makes things easier actually, because you don't have distracting reflections. So when you work with chrome, you will be able to much easier determine where to go. Yes. All right. Next thing I do, I always start with the grill. And one thing to keep, not the grill, the front fascia. The grill I keep separate. The important thing about the front fascia is that you keep within that you try to mimic a little bit the shape of the car itself. Otherwise, it just looks plastered on, and that's exactly what you're trying to avoid. Yeah, in this case, all you can really do is make your own, I think. In body molding, you find the appropriate tools for that. I would start with this. Yeah, I can make it invisible later. And then keep going with this. Like that. Pretty much. You can figure that part out. There you go. Make it invisible. Same goes for Same goes for here. Yeah. And there you go. You already have the grill shape with two parts. And next thing you do is, of course, you make the inside. Well, this is the thing to use it for. This. Just make it, yeah, a little bit flatter. But it's always good to use an angled one or rounded one to not make the thingy. What's it called? So that's not too abrupt. If it's too abrupt, it kind of looks just too ham-fisted. If it's like just a right angle into the car, you don't want that. All right. Yeah, and then it's just a matter of just cloning it. I use the shift button for that. You know, if you just move it around like this, yeah, that's normal. But if you want to clone it real quick, you just press shift, pull it down, and there you go. And that's one the shift and the control. Shift and control are the two main buttons that you will use. Yeah, I just pressed L. I should explain that while I do it, because also very elementary. Is that the correct word? Yeah, very. It's just it's a must-have. You kind of have to use this, if you will, because yeah, it makes all the difference. You can also lock it manually with the mouse if you want to. Oh, I need to make this one wider, I think. No, the bottom one. Yeah, that's basically that's what it amounts to. You just do that, and there you go. You have the front fascia. All right. Next thing is, of course, this. I will use this to make the back side of it, just to cover your tracks, if you will. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Now this, of course, needs Chrome. I'm just going to show you the mod that I use for this. This is the Side Protection Strips mod. Is probably one of the best. It's a must-have, really, because I can show you real quick. You know, you just, yeah, you place this. I always go to the default section to choose Chrome, because if you rely on the if you rely on the if you rely on come on if you rely on this one, and then or the Chrome color that is on the part itself, you will end up with different shades of Chrome for whatever reason, and they don't export very well if you export it to BeamNG. And then you have like a car that has like 50% Chrome bits, and then there's a grayish color sometimes. So yeah. Anyways, for this, you just clone in place, and you reset the scale, because we're going to use, I think, this one. You mirror them, you mirror the part. Just move. Oh no, it's not working as well. This is working better. There you go. And yeah, you do that because otherwise it will be, if I make this wider, you see how that thickens. You want to avoid that, which is another reason why it's good to make your own grill, because if you take a grill and you widen it, you have the same thing going on, where the top part is skinny and the side part is thick, and you don't want that. It doesn't look good. All right. Anyways, another reason I like to clone stuff, especially. Oh, is this not? Oh, yeah. I prefer to work with. Depends on the situation. I prefer the cardinal lock. But it's my personal default. But there are situations, of course, there where you need the opposite of it. Because maybe like in specific wraparound situations where you don't want the part to be stretched. Anywho, the reason why I clone them and push them down with the arrows is because I need this to be lined up, because there will be a part connecting this. Obviously, there it is, and you can just. That's the grill, the front fascia. Sorry. Yeah, that's the basics of just the front fascia. Next thing is the headlight. Ooh. Okay, I'm rushing this, so this is actually a little bit too thick. I don't like this, but I'm gonna let it slide for now. Because next thing is the headlight. Yeah, let's just pick something real quick. No matter what shape you want to use, especially if it's a slightly. Let's take this. Let's use this. One thing I always do with headlights on classic cars is I make them 3D, in order to just, because, well, you know, they are very directional. It's a little thing, but you see that little angle between the grill. You know, that's, if you look at the car like this, you just instinctively know that something's wrong if it follows the shape of the car on a classic car, because they don't really do that, do they? Don't they? No. Anyway, another thing that I like to do is to clone the entire part by pressing Shift and then enlarging it. and then I just push it back a little bit. That way, the chrome bezel is just that, a chrome bezel. And the rest, you make it invisible, the inner part. Because then you see where it is mounted. It's a small thing. It's a really small thing, but it makes such a big difference, in my opinion. Next up, the grill. Since I'm going to show techniques on how to make your own stuff instead of just relying on the pre-made grills, I'm going to make a grill out of a bumper. Usually, if it's a Brinkwood, I use this one, but I want to show that you can do it. Like, this is not the this is an easy way to make a grill, but it's my grill. I claimed it. What else can we use? We can use any bumper, really. Let's take this. This is nice. This gives a little bit of texture. Texture. Well, it's not my first language. Anyways, 3D, of course, and then you just make it small. Find a nice position. Okay, yeah. Now, I'm rushing through this, but what you would want to do is to... Oh no, it works like this. Anywho, basically you just clone it now. Come back here. You just... Oh god. You just clone this a few times, right? Like this. And you have your very own unique grill. But it wouldn't be a grill without... This is great. This lets you do everything because you have all the textures at your disposal. You need this. Okay. I think if I widen everything a little bit up, it will be more evident what I was doing here. Nope, not you. You stay where you are. You become narrower because you can see it glitch here a little bit. You don't want that. So like this, it's enough. There you go. I think, yeah, the one in the middle is too much. Wait, where is it? Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, those two are completely enough. There you go. There you have it. I mean, I rushed through it. The proportions are not right. It doesn't look too good, but technique-wise, this is a unique one-off grill. Nobody else has it because, well, we just made it with bumpers and cut out our own opening. Yeah, that would be it for now.